Oh. My colleague recently approached me and told me that he was finally able to try Korean food. And actually, he was able to cook it. And so I had a million questions for him, one of them being, where'd you get the recipe and what did you think about Korean food? And he told me that actually our local grocery store, Albert Heijn, has these pre-packaged Korean bowls. And so that's where he cooked his Korean food. Obviously, this made me super curious about how they're packaging Korean food, what is in it, what the recipe is. And so I was able to pick up the bowl the bowl that he was talking about. And I am going to cook it, review it, eat it, taste it, and I will let you guys know what the Dutch think of Korean food and what I think about what the Dutch think about Korean food. So before we begin, let's talk about the bowl itself and some of the other ingredients you'll need to cook with this. So in the package here, it tells you actually you need to provide for yourself some chicken, some oil, some white wine vinegar, sugar, and mayo. Looking at so far the things that you need to provide for yourself, I'm not really sure why they list mayonnaise in Korean cuisine. So that's going to be quite interesting. All right, let's see now what they have inside the box. Okay, so inside this package, we first have broccoli. Broccoli is, I think, kind of rare to find in Korea. Broccoli is more recently introduced. It's kind of funny that they have this huge package of broccoli in here. They also have this package of cabbage with carrots and spring onions, or green onions. I guess we're making like a slaw. Super curious. They also have some rice for you, which is kind of nice that they packaged this. Pro tip about sushi rice, if you can't find this and you live in Europe, a good alternative is actually pandan rice. You have this packet of sesame seeds and chili flakes. They literally used like the chili flakes you would sprinkle on top of your pizza. And then you have this mystery sauce. I have no idea what this sauce is gonna taste like. I'm super curious. So let's get cooking. So first thing they ask is to place the sushi rice in a sieve and rinse with cold water. I like that. That's good. They're asking you to wash the rice, which is something that everyone should do before they cook rice. So the next part of the directions actually says for me to then put some water in it, in a pan and cook my rice via pan. I'm going to actually do a little shortcut and cook my rice in a rice cooker. And the reason being, one, I don't know how, actually it's the only reason, I don't know how to cook rice in a pan. It always comes out not very good. This is why we invented rice cookers. This is why I have a rice cooker at home, so that I do not have to watch over my rice. I can just, do it the easy way. So you can follow these directions at home. Maybe they're good directions, maybe they're not, I don't know. But the end result is the same, which is to get some cooked rice. So the rice is cooking, and the next part of the direction says, once the rice is cut the chicken by fillet strips, heat 2 tablespoons of oil and water, frying pan at medium temperature, fry the chicken strips for about 60 minutes until golden brown done, and add the herb paste in the last minute and fry. Keep covered. All right, so basically you're just cooking your chicken, but I'm super curious about this herb sauce, so let me give it a try before I add it to the chicken. So here is this mystery brown sauce. I'm just gonna cut just a little bit. I hope I can taste this without being cooked. Should be fine. It doesn't taste bad. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, and actually kind of tastes like they, let me give it It kind of tastes like bulgogi sauce a little bit. It's tangy. It's a little sweet. It's not bad. It has some elements of Korean flavor in it. I don't know. This is not bad, but let's put it in with the chicken and let's see how it tastes. It smells a bit like ketchup and a bit of soy sauce. Definitely very gingery. It's super salty. It tastes like soy sauce meets salt, meets ketchup, meets sugar, meets ginger. It's a super strong taste. Oof, that is super salty. If I had to rate this to its Koreanness, like how Korean is this flavor thing going on, I would give it like a 2 out of 10. This is definitely someone's imagination of Korean food, for sure. The rice obviously came out amazingly because it was made via rice cooker, but I'm looking at the next instructions for the rice, and it says, mix 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar and sugar with the sushi rice as soon as it is ready. Then let the rice steam for another 20 minutes with the lid on the pan. Why are we mixing vinegar and sugar in rice? We're not making sushi. The Korean in me says I do not want to put any vinegar and sugar in my rice. I've never done that before in my entire life. I feel a little offended, actually, that this is what they feel like is preparation for the rice, but I'm going to just go ahead and play along, and I'm going to add vinegar and sugar into my rice. I feel really uncomfortable in the moment, but I will just go ahead and do that. Yeah. So I have my sugar, my rice is done, and I have the rice wine vinegar. I don't have regular white wine vinegar, so I'm gonna use this, and it actually makes me feel a little bit better than using rice wine vinegar than white wine vinegar. They're basically asking me to make a simplified Western version of sushi rice. This is supposed to be a Korean bowl. I feel like I'm committing a sin to my ancestors. Hopefully they're not watching this. I'm so sorry, Grandma. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So 1 tablespoon of vinegar, whoops. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, let me wipe that off first. Actually, 1 tablespoon of sugar is quite a lot. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, here goes nothing. Gonna just gently. All right, let me get a spoon so we can mix that. I have my handy dandy rice cooker spoon. I'm actually very curious as to what this tastes like. Gosh. I actually kind of feel gross eating that. And I also don't like wasting food, so I knew I shouldn't have added the sugar. All right, so while the rice is just sitting there, I close the lid and I hope that maybe some of that sweetness and weird taste will dissipate. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen, but that is my hope because guys, that was disgusting. Next on the list, it says to, let me grab my phone. It says to bring a large amount of water to the boil and add the broccoli, cook for about 4 to 6 minutes and drain. In the meantime, make a coleslaw from the vegetable mix with yellow carrots, the mayonnaise, and the rest of the white wine vinegar. Season with pepper if necessary. So I knew that there was going to be some coleslaw component. Coleslaw is not really Korean at all, but that's fine. Just at this point, I'm just gonna continue making this thing and let's see what comes out of it. But I'm gonna go and make some broccoli and get the coleslaw mix prepared. Y'all, that rice, I can't stop thinking about it. It was so gross. All right, so let's get this coleslaw making. Actually a lot of coleslaw, it's fine. It says to do 1 tablespoon of vinegar, so do that. I'm hoping that this vinegar will actually counteract the sweetness and saltiness of the chicken. And then, of course, you can tell that this is a Dutch recipe because this is 4 tablespoons of mayo. Let's get on it. 4 is like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I probably actually just did like 3.5, but it's a lot of mayo, so I'm gonna be happy with that. Don't want to add too much. And I guess now we just mix this all. I can't believe I'm mixing rice wine vinegar with mayo and cabbage and carrots and spring onion. Like, what am I even making right now? Is this even good? Let me taste this. Oh gosh, I'm so scared. Bottom. Oh. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Marketed as Korean. So we have finally come to the end of our recipe. I think I've done everything that has been asked of me here, and I think the only final steps now is to assemble all of the ingredients together in a bowl. But man, this recipe has thrown me for a loop. I am actually kind of excited to see what everything together tastes like. But man, I can't stop laughing because it's just I can't believe they made me put sugar in my rice. All right, so the bowl is finished, and wow, what a journey it was to make this. I tried to make it as pretty as possible. Yeah, let's just dig it right in. And I'm using a fork because honestly, nothing about this was super Asian, Korean, whatever. So I feel like I'm allowed to just use a fork and not chopsticks, and it would do no dishonor to my ancestors because I don't know what this is. So let's give it a try. I think I'm supposed to mix it all together because it is a bowl. I don't understand why they just didn't do like bibimbap for the bowl. That would have been legit. And right now I'm eating some, I don't even know what to call this. And this sesame packet is another thing to talk about. Like, why is the chili flakes? They could have put actual Korean red pepper flakes. But no, of course, that's expecting way too much. Right, let's give it a try. I mean, maybe this will actually be good. I mean, it's definitely not Korean, for sure. This is what it looks like all mixed together. Actually, taste-wise, this is not bad at all. I'm actually really surprised. You know what, Albert Heijn? You might have offended my culture, in more ways than one. But taste-wise, this is not bad at all. Nothing about this is Korean at all. If you're Dutch, I hope that you do not think that you're eating Korean or making Korean when you're eating this. But taste-wise, it's actually not bad. Huh. It's like, I feel like I should hate it because it did me wrong on so many ways. But actually, I'm quite enjoying it. I'm really shocked. Flavor-wise, I think I give this like an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks everyone for watching and just going along today on my food journey. If you like what you saw, then give me a like and subscribe and follow. If you're actually interested in making legit Korean food, I do make Korean food in my channel, in my shorts series, so please give that a watch. Thanks!